It's been a minute. A week, I think? Well, yeah, I'm back. Austin, Bailout Prism. Moving into a new place, probably tomorrow. The day that this uploads, I'd assume. Anyways, yeah. The story is about my first time hitting the Zaza. Let's get into it. It's a good one. Disclaimer real quick. Do not do what I did in the story time. It's bad for you when you're underage. Wait till you're 21. Jesus. Alright. Now, to tell the story right, I gotta give you all the context. So growing up, I had a group of, counterculture, or less counterculture, more delinquent friends. One of those friends was probably the worst influence of all my friends. We'll call him Cameron. Now, Cameron, he and I weren't very close until our band kind of fell apart in, spring of 2021. I was 14 years old at the time. I was getting rather curious about weed at this point. And my friends in one of my groups had been, kind of doing it, and in the other, they were like, no, but the one that they weren't doing it much, Cameron was the one doing it. So, whatever. All that. So I hit Cameron up. It was June, beginning of summer. Sometime in June. I know it was after my sister's birthday. And it was the dead hours of the night. I think it was midnight. Yeah, I just hit him up. And I asked him, yo, man, you know anyone who sells Zaza? I'm looking to try it, man. Also, would you be down to do it with me? And Cameron, being the guy he was, he also had a pretty shit sleep schedule. And he hits me with, yeah, man, what day we doing it? So I text him back, let's do tomorrow afternoon. My mom's working all day and my sister is gone, so it should work out. Side note, your boy has a little sister. She was really young at the time and I didn't want her around that's all. So Cameron says, yeah, for sure. See you tomorrow, brother. And we decide to have a sleepover and hang out. And we both are talking a little more in the night. I mean, it's getting to 4 a.m. And we're talking about how we're going to be drug dealers. We're going to start a weed farm. We're going to be a weed empire. And looking back, I was genuinely that excited. That's how much I wanted to do weed. But then I chickened out on the drug empire thing, which worked out for me, but that's another story for another day. We both had passed out around 4 a.m., like I said, and yeah, your boy's sleep schedule, again, quite fried. But yeah, we pass out around 10 hours. Around 2 p.m., I woke up and I start getting ready for the day. I finished brushing my teeth, I fixed my hair, getting the right fit, you know the deal. Then I hit Cameron and I'm like, yo, you ready? And I'm waiting a solid 2 hours. I was calling him, texting him, and just way too excited to do it. And Cameron finally hits back after waking up and he's like, yeah, bro, sorry, I slept in. Be there with an apple in 10 minutes. Make sure you got a nail and a metal straw. And I had no idea what this guy meant. An apple? A metal straw? A nail? What for? And Cameron hits back with, to smoke out of, bro. You get a metal straw and nail and you'll pull out the stem. Boom, apple pipe. Me being super confused, I was like, alright, I'll probably do a joint instead, but whatever. And yeah, so 10-15 minutes goes by, he texts back, I'm on my way to the skate park. So I skate over to the skate park, I wait for him. Fast forward a bit, he pulls up, his brother dropped him off, I dapped his brother up, I dapped him up. We were cool. I gave Cameron the cash we needed for the eighth we were about to buy, and we waited for the plug to pull up. Now while we're waiting, we're just kind of scouting out for the cops and talking, we start skating around a little bit. Just vibing. We see an undercover cop over by the rodeo grounds, which is close by. But he wasn't there for us, so it didn't matter. Yeah. And we're just waiting, chilling, waiting, skating, and then the plug finally pulls up. He's got this gray Infinity car, which was really nice, but it was kind of beat up a bit. It had some mods though, which was cool. And they're usually quiet, but this one was loud because he modded it. But yeah, it was sick. Cameron skates up to the edge, grabs his board, walks to the car, and he gets in, and he's in there for about 5 minutes. He comes out 5 minutes later, like I said, and he's stuffing a baggie in his pocket, and he walks back to me, alright bro, let's go back to your place. Now I mentioned I live close to the skate park in past vids, so we skate down to the same path down by my mom's house. And we go straight upstairs to the room, Grabbed the gum wrappers. I was gonna roll a joint with like the paper between the foil. Bad idea. It didn't work, but whatever. We take the metal straw, stab it through, skip a few details here for reasons, and yeah, he was right. It was a pipe. And we first tried the joint method with the shitty ass gum wrapper. I rolled a little bit of flour in this shitty ass tiny ass joint. Realized there was no way to glue it, so we used a little bit of jam to seal it. It kind of worked, but it sucked. So we moved on to the apple pipe by just dumping the weed out of that and throwing it in there. And the second one we do, there was an immediate difference. We hit it, and that shit worked. So we take the pipe and bowl, and we just like start walking to the skate park. We're smoking, chilling, you know, going around corners, hiding from people, smoking, skating especially. We had a lot of fun skating. And we eventually end up in the same park, kind of with the skate park, around this like caboose car. And they kind of used to sell snow cones in there. And we're just kind of sitting there smoking, chilling. And I see a very familiar SUV pull past us. A fucking cop car, bro. So yeah, now we're paranoid as fuck. And the second we saw that, we were like, ah, hell nah. And we just dipped back to my place, taking this gravel path that's kind of a secondary route home. And we make it back to my place. And I start getting the munchies, you know? I'm hungry. And he's like, you got the munchies, man. And I'm like, the munchies? The fuck's the munchies? He's like, weed gets you hungry, man. And I'm like, oh, sick. So yeah, I decided to cook up some dino nuggies. And then I had a crazy idea. My dumbass wanted to make weed edibles. How was I going to do that, you ask? Making it out of a sauce, I guess. Yeah, I know. It didn't work very well. But yeah, I take a little nug, I break it apart, and I start making some campfire sauce, which is just kind of like barbecue sauce and mayonnaise, kind of like fry sauce, but different. If you've not lived in Idaho and Utah, you don't know what I'm talking about. You can just fuck off kindly. Sorry. God. But yeah, I get the dino nuggies, the weed campfire sauce ready, and I just start to try to eat it. Guess what? He told me it probably won't work. I believed him, but I was like, but I still want to try. And I didn't believe him, actually, but fuck. And I get the campfire sauce and I put the weed in it, right? I'm stirring it, and then I start eating it. You wanna know what it tastes like? It tastes like skunk butt, bro. Skunk butt with their shit in it. That shit was disgusting. Not tasty. Didn't even work. It was the worst part is it just didn't work. It was stupid. It was horrible. But yeah, I ate my dino nuggies. I gave him some as well. We're just chilling, watching some bullshit ass Netflix. I don't fucking know. It was a fucking show. Like maybe the Midnight Gospel. I don't know. And I just cleaned up the plates. I knew the sauce tasted like shit and I kind of gave up on it. I was like, it's so bad. I can't eat it. So I washed it down. And the weed's kind of sitting on the table and we're just chilling. And my mom walks in the front door as we're watching this. Now, luckily, she's around the corner. The corner of our house kind of had like this weird layout where like the living room had an entryway kind of by the front door, but it had like a corner that was extended out that she couldn't see past. So I grabbed the weed and I put it in my pocket. And yeah, after that, we just kind of played video games, hung out, chilled, we're friends, slept over. He took the weed home the next day. He did, not me. And yeah, moral of the story is, it's pretty mellow. You know, I was a dumbass, but you know, it's what I was expected of a first-time stoner. The moral of the story, don't do drugs. I got away with it, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It wasn't smart. I was stupid, whatever. But yeah, pretty funny story. If y'all enjoyed it, leave a comment down below of your story times of your first times. Those are pretty funny to read. And don't forget to like and sub. Also, I've been trying to make more videos. So if you like more of this content, make sure to at least, I don't know, fucking upvote. I don't know, man. What do you want from me? This is an outro. Peace.